Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today?
Good.
That was kind of weak. How are you doing today?
Good.
As Morgan said, my name is I'm currently a senior accounting major, information system minor here at Loyola. I finally made it last year. Let me be the first to welcome you to Loyola and college life. I hope your transition so far has been smooth, and I promise you that it only gets better from here. Today I'm here to speak with you guys about being a Muslim student at a Catholic institution. Not only am I Muslim, I'm a visible representation of Islam, and I am visibly different compared to many people on this campus. During my senior year of high school, when I was applying for colleges, my brother basically told me just to apply anywhere that I was interested in and then make a decision based on where I was accepted. So out of the 11 schools that I applied to, 10 accepted me, and I was really interested in coming to Loyola. I wasn't sure how my transition here would go, being a Muslim student here, if I would feel comfortable, if I would be able to connect with people, if people would accept me, if people have ever approached any other Muslim people in their lives or not. And I was used to seeing a lot of friends and family going to schools like Berkeley or College Park that have a big Muslim population. They're able to celebrate Muslim holidays together and be able to relate to people on a daily basis, whereas I wouldn't have that here. And thankfully, I'm very strong in my beliefs in my religion and the person that I am. So I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to come here and be able to put myself in a vulnerable position, get to meet other people, put a good light on Islam and Muslims, since unfortunately the media has portrayed us in a not so great manner. So it's always important for me to break stereotypes. And I was able to do that just recently. This is like a side story. I interviewed at PricewaterhouseCoopers for an internship at the end of last year. And at the end of my internship, the manager of the tax department told me that, he straight up told me, "You broke stereotypes for me." That's his exact line. And I couldn't believe it. I didn't know it. I'm used to who I am. I never thought I'd break any stereotypes, but I always wanted to. And he told me, "I expected something totally different from you than what you gave me." And it kind of all came together to me that my transition through Loyola has helped me get to that point where I'm getting such a great education here. I'm able to break stereotypes wherever I go. I'm representing a great institution, and I'm representing the fact that they're accepting of other religions and people here. So it was a great moment for me. So when I started freshman year, I did a pre-orientation group called MAP, which is through Alana. Yeah, it's actually where I met Morgan. And I became really close with people in that group. I was able to find familiar faces that I would be able to connect with through my freshman year. And it was a great thing for me because I wasn't sure how my transition would occur. So during freshman year, I was close with everybody through MAP. But towards the end, I wanted to broaden my horizons, get to know other people, go outside my comfort zone, put myself in that vulnerability once again. So I decided to look for groups that I could be a part of and do that. So I applied to be an RA, and I was accepted, thankfully. And starting my sophomore year until now, I'm starting my third year as an RA. And I feel as though if you're ever feeling in a situation where you're not comfortable, you're not sure if Loyola is for you, if this is really what you want to do, where you want to be, put yourself in those vulnerable positions just to say that you tried. And I can't say that I would have stayed here if I hadn't put myself in those situations. And if I would have felt more comfortable, I don't know what would have happened. But thankfully, I was able to become an RA, meet an extra group of people, start working with different residents in the hallways, and creating these relationships and community that I really wanted to experience in my time at Loyola. So now I'm a senior. I'm looking back on everything that I've done. I'm completely regretting not joining more clubs, more groups, getting myself out there even more. So I highly encourage you all to join any clubs or groups that you're interested in starting your freshman year. I have this long senior year bucket list, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to finish everything. So I want to encourage you to go ahead and start that right away and gain the best experience you can here to change people's minds, make an impact, show everybody that you have something great to offer this community and that you're different from everyone else, but that's the beautiful thing about coming here. So I want to stress one thing, that this is my journey and this is my experiences here, and that you may meet someone else who is also Muslim coming here, but he or she may not be as strong and confident as I am to make it through these 4 years like I have. So always be mindful of how you're speaking with people, how you're interacting with people, the comments that you're making, because one thing that you may say to them may trigger them to just leave, transfer out, go somewhere else, and not gain the big, the big experience that we want to gain in college. And coming to Loyola was really important for me because of our core values and our mottos like AMDG, which is something that relates to me and my religion. So it's really important to always be mindful of that, and we need to work together to break these stereotypes, because in order to break these stereotypes, you have to ask. You should always ask questions rather than assuming. I'd rather you come up to me and ask me, why do you wear a scarf on your head? What is the reason for it? Than you to just be like, oh, that girl's wearing that thing on her head. Like, it's not right. So I'm more than willing to explain these things, just as the person next to you is willing to explain anything that maybe you may think is different about he or she. So you must ask and not assume. And that way we can break these stereotypes together, and we can grow as people, and more importantly, grow as a Jesuit institution and display the values that we have here, and exemplify those to those around you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions,